So whatever was walking around the car, it looked like it was up on two legs like a human.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. We have to move because of this bitch.
This clip was shared by a Reddit user, and honestly it's pure nightmare fuel. A man decided to climb Watzmann in the Alps, one of Germany's steepest, deadliest peaks, and he did it completely unprotected. No ropes, no helmet, no gear, just trail shoes and what looked like sheer madness. The camera shows him inching along narrow ledges with 1,000-foot drops on either side. One wrong move, one loose rock, and it's all over, no chance of survival. The wind howling, the mist closing in, every step feels like a brush with death. Most people wouldn't even dream of standing that high up, let alone hiking barefoot to safety gear. Was it bravery, insanity, or maybe a death wish? Would you ever risk your life for a view like this, knowing one slip could be your last? This video was uploaded by a TikToker, and it's honestly one of the creepiest things online right now. A woman living deep in the Pacific Northwest woke up early, just as the sun was coming up, and spotted something weird near the woods outside her house. When she zoomed in, there it was, a figure that looked exactly like someone dressed as a witch, just standing still in the wilderness. Now keep in mind, this area is super remote. No neighbours, no roads, no reason for anyone to be out there in costume. Then it got even creepier. An object nearby started floating like it was levitating on its own. That's when the video cuts off. No explanation, no follow-up, just pure mystery. Was it some elaborate prank, camera glitch, or did she actually catch something supernatural on film? So, this video comes from Trent of Trent Weldy Outdoors, a YouTube page who went on a solo car camping trip deep in the Florida wilderness. He showed up late, set up camp in the dark, cooked some food, and crashed in the back of his car. Everything seemed calm, peaceful even, until the middle of the night. Something just felt off. He kept hearing faint noises outside, but like someone was around, or so he thought.
Really want to put it out. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but so I'm sleeping in my car in a parking lot, and there's somebody walking around between our cars. He's walking around both mine and Dustin's. He tried to open my door, but luckily my car was locked. He's like looking up against the window.
The next morning as the sun came up, he spotted something that made his stomach drop. A narrow hidden trail leading straight from the dense woods to his car door. No footprints, no signs of animals, just that eerie path.
And there's a trail in the woods, so whatever was walking around the car, It looked like it was up on two legs like a human, but whatever it was come out of this trail and went down in the woods somewhere. I don't know. Definitely not going to be staying here again tonight, though, that's for sure.
Who or what was watching him out there? And how long were they standing so close? One thing's for sure, he didn't stick around to find out. Crazy video. Before we go any further, I'd like to ask you for a quick favour. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We're getting closer to 20,000 subscribers. And once we hit that milestone, a few lucky subscribers will receive a special surprise. Now let's go back to the video. This eerie clip was uploaded by a TikToker named Sexy Nico. He and his friends had just arrived at a campsite late at night when one of them suddenly started honking the car horn. At first, everyone thought it was a joke until they turned and saw her. A strange woman was standing nearby, staring at them, then climbed onto the roof of the car and began whispering, "Give me the kids," even though there weren't any children there.
Car. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. We have to move because of this bitch.
Yeah, and I was like, Tony,
I thought I saw somebody as well. I think there's another person. Someone in red.
She's on fucking drugs.
Yeah. Hard time. And she bent your roof.
Yo, was it a girl?
Yeah, let's just go. Come on, we'll just fuck off.
The group froze as she hissed, jumped off the car and vanished into the darkness of the woods. They packed up and left immediately. Maybe it was a prank, but how? Could anyone bend a car roof and disappear that fast? Who or what was that woman? A Reddit user shared this creepy, strange photo. This picture was snapped during a 4th of July camping trip. Just 5 close friends hanging out by a quiet lake, having a good time. They were Alaskans, totally used to the deep woods and the eerie silence of the wild. The night felt perfectly normal. Fireworks bursting, laughter echoing, and a few photos by the water to remember it all. But later, while checking the pictures, something felt off. In one shot, all 4 friends were there, and behind them stood a pale, shadowy figure that none of them recognized. The person who took the photo swore no one else was around that night. Here's where it gets creepy. That same lake is known for a dark past. Drownings, strange disappearances, and ghost stories. So who, or what, really appeared in that photo? Coincidence, or something haunting the lake? This chilling video was shared by a TikToker, a wildlife enthusiast reviewing his trail cam footage from deep in the Appalachian Mountains, stumbled upon something downright unsettling. At first glance, it looked like a massive creature walking upright through the forest, tall, dark, and eerily human-shaped. But after a closer look, it turned out to be a bear, walking on 2 legs. No front limbs, just standing and moving like it had adapted to life that way. The sight alone is enough to make your skin crawl, especially in a place known for strange sightings and cryptid legends. Imagine catching that on camera in the dead of night. It raises a chilling question. How many creatures caught on blurry trail cams are actually just nature's twisted accidents, and how many aren't? This video was posted by a Reddit user who lives deep in the woods. No neighbours, no streetlights, nothing but trees and silence. One early morning, while getting ready for work, she noticed a strange glowing light coming from a tree in her yard. It wasn't the moon, and there were no lights around to cause it. Curious and a little freaked out, she pulled out her phone and recorded it before leaving. Later, her husband slowed down the footage, and that's when things got creepy. Inside that glow was what looked like a face. Not a reflection, not a trick of the camera, an actual face staring back. So what was it? A spirit? Someone watching from the woods? Or something far more unexplainable? This photo was shared by a Reddit user. A man set up a trail camera deep inside a remote forest, hoping to capture wildlife footage. But what he found later was far from ordinary. As he reviewed the clips, one frame froze him in shock. A humanoid figure moving strangely, its shape just off. It didn't look entirely human. The spot was miles from civilization, and the camera was hidden so well that no one should have known it was there. He tried to reason it out. Maybe it was just a random hiker who got lost, but the way it moved, the way it turned toward the camera like it knew it was being watched, something wasn't right. Could this be proof of something unnatural lurking in those woods? This clip was shared by iMerkZoo on YouTube, and it's got people seriously creeped out. While hiking through the woods back in December 2017, the hiker spotted something unsettling. A tall, dark, hairy figure standing completely still between the trees. The creature looked massive, and before he could get closer, it vanished into the forest. He only managed to film its back, but that was enough to stir up chaos online. Some viewers swear it's Bigfoot, others claim it's a Sasquatch, and a few say it's just someone in a costume pulling a prank. But the shape, the height, and the way it moved don't really match a human. Whatever it was, it didn't look normal. Could this finally be the real proof of something hiding in the wilderness? Or just another eerie mystery no one can explain? While hiking deep in the Canadian wilderness, a traveller spotted something moving in a narrow gap between the mountains. Thinking it was maybe an animal, he pulled out his camera and started recording. But as he zoomed in, something was already watching him. A pale, human-shaped figure stood inside the dark opening, its skin almost glowing white, its eyes huge and black, and its face oddly smooth, missing a nose entirely. The hiker froze, then bolted down the trail, heart racing. The short clip ends abruptly, but what it captured is enough to chill anyone. Was it an alien? A creature hiding in the mountains? Or something that's been living out there, watching from the shadows? Whatever it was, it didn't want to be found. A family decided to spend a quiet weekend camping deep in the woods, far from town and civilization. The night was calm, just a bonfire crackling, laughter, and a few photos to remember the moment. But when they looked back at the pictures later, the mood changed instantly. Behind them, just past the tree line, stood a tall, pale figure, thin, motionless, and way too human-looking to be an illusion. People online quickly pointed out how much it resembled the classic image of a skinwalker, but if that's true, why was it watching them so closely? Some say it's just a trick of the light, others think it's something far worse. Out there, miles from anyone, who or what was standing in the dark? Would you go camping again after seeing that in your photo?
This video was posted on Jesus Aria's YouTube page. While hiking through the desert, he suddenly stumbled upon something unbelievable. A hidden underground house buried right beneath the earth. At first, it looked like nothing more than flat ground, but then he realized it was an entrance. Inside, there were signs of life: a chair, shoes not in good condition, and even shotgun shells scattered around. The walls are cracked and not in good shape.
Miren nomás.
Answer from him.
Una vivienda subterránea, gente. Uy. Miren dónde vivían. Ahí tenían su silla. Esta era la salida. Casa subterránea en el desierto, amigos. Ahí para que lo miren ustedes. Y no lo estoy inventando. Ahí para que vean. ¿Cómo lo tenían todo enjarrado?
Who lived here? Could it have been a shelter or something darker? He wondered if this place had been used to hide kidnapped people deep underground with only a small air vent to breathe through. The thought alone was chilling. Would you keep exploring a place like this or run before it's too late? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. Fort Spooky shared this video on YouTube. Cheadle Asylum. Built in 1766, one of the first mental health institutions in England. In 1998, the asylum finally closed its doors, but even before then, rumors had begun. Nurses claimed they had seen dead patients wandering the corridors. A nurse once swore she saw a dead patient wandering the corridors. And since then, countless explorers have reported shadows, voices, and even apparitions. Tonight, they came to see for themselves. At first, only silence. Then, out of nowhere, they saw it. A pale arm slipping across the hallway, as if the rest of the body was invisible. One of them swore she saw a black shadow too.
What? Is it one of your lights?
What?
There was like... just there.
Later, faint singing drifted through the asylum. Not humming, not echoes. A woman's voice. And just when they thought it couldn't get worse, a scream ripped through the darkness.
That was external, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's an external noise.
It was that way, wasn't it, to the right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing we've got to contend with.
Yeah.
Being so open, haven't we?
Thing is, you know if it's in here because of the echo you'll get.
Yeah. That was a scream.
Yeah, that was a scream.
That was in here. Did you hear
That was really close.
That's someone coming up the stairs now.
You'd have to have torches. I reckon someone's trying to get in. Or walking around on the rubble downstairs. Can you hear it? It stopped, hasn't it?
So, the question is, were they alone in Cheetal Asylum? Or did something from its tortured past welcome them inside? The horror doesn't stop there. This next moment is even harder to forget. Adam Mark Explores, a YouTuber, shared this creepy experience while in a haunted house. They were deep inside a haunted house, exploring its dusty halls, when suddenly, bang! Something slammed against the door of the room they were in. The handle rattled violently, as if someone or something was desperate to get inside. Their hearts pounded.
This is the creepiest thing I've ever witnessed in my life. We were exploring an abandoned house, and something was trying to open the door to this room.
Hello?
There's no one in here. There's no one in here.
Who could it be? Another explorer? A spirit? Gathering courage, they slowly pulled the door open. But the room was empty. No footsteps, no figures, just silence. The only thing waiting for them was a mess, objects all over the floor, as the room itself had been torn apart by invisible hands. So, what do you think? Was it a ghost trying to make itself known? Or something darker, toying with them? Things take a darker turn in the next clip I came across. Action Adventure Clips posted this video on YouTube. While hiking through the mountains, they stumbled upon something strange, an opening carved into the rock. As they got closer, they realized it wasn't just a cave. It was wide, deep, and eerily structured, like an abandoned mine that hadn't been touched in years.
Whoa.
Oh, yep, there is a lake, boys.
A lake?
Oh my gosh. That's where we're going?
Yep.
Rock bridge.
The air grew colder the further they looked inside. Rusted beams held up the dark entrance, and strange markings covered the stone walls. It didn't feel natural. It felt like a place that should have been left hidden. Would you dare step inside, knowing you might not find your way back out? What if the silence wasn't really silence, but someone or something breathing in the dark? Some doors in nature aren't meant to be opened, and this one might have been sealed for a reason. Another clip, another chilling moment that's hard to explain. M.A. Journey shared this scary experience on his YouTube page. What started as a peaceful hike in the mountains quickly turned into a nightmare. Out of nowhere, a blizzard slammed into him, icy winds tearing through the trees, snow blinding every step. He wasn't alone, though. His dog had followed from the very beginning, and together they fought against the storm. Through the white haze, they found it. An old, abandoned forest cabin. The door creaked as he pushed it open, the air inside colder than it should have been. They huddled there through the night, listening as the wind screamed and clawed at the wooden walls. But here's the thing, he never forgot that night. The way the cabin groaned, the way the dog stared into the dark corners, growling at nothing he could see. Would you have slept in that cabin? Or stayed awake, wondering if they were really alone? What happens next is the kind of thing that keeps people awake at night. This video was posted by Midwest Ghost Hunter on YouTube, where he shared the creepy things he saw. He went to investigate an unfolding along Timberlake Road, known as one of Minnesota's most haunted stretches. Local legend speaks of a heartbroken mother who ended her life here, and many believe her restless spirit still roams, forever searching. As he moved deeper into the woods, strange sounds surrounded him, metallic clanks, whispers, footsteps. Then, a shadow darted across the road, low and fast, like a phantom hound. His camera shook as fear gripped him.
Oh God, the hell was that? I just freaking heard something over here. Oh my gosh, that freaking startled me. It almost sounded metal, like something metal. Wait, what is that? Right there. What the hell is that? It's a freaking road sign. Is that what I heard? If that was you, could you make that sound again? What was that? Okay, I'm hearing stuff all around me now. I am not liking this. Being out in the middle of this secluded road, way out in the woods,
The horror escalated when a glowing mist formed into a ghostly woman. She appeared before his eyes only to vanish by the tree. At the old cemetery, laughter echoed, and a ball rolled on its own. It was creepy and terrifying.
There's that freaking sign again. Holy crap. That is the third freaking time I've heard a noise coming from this thing. I can see you over there. I know you're here. I know I can't hear you anymore, but I can still feel your presence. Whoa. What was that? Dude. Holy crap. Okay, I'm not going to run towards it this time because I'm worried I'm just going to scare her away again. Holy crap, I'm literally seeing her disappearing and reappearing like in real time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit, that was a straight up freaking full body apparition. Oh my god. Okay. There's gotta be somebody over here. There has to be a person. There absolutely has to be a person here. There is no fucking way. There is no fucking way that was a ghost that I just saw. No fucking way.
What would you have done in that position? Just when the fear begins to settle, the next story rips it wide open again. This YouTuber, Ray RLC, shared this terrifying encounter. He began the day tending the fire at camp, then decided to take a short walk through the woods. The forest seemed peaceful at first, but as he wandered deeper, the air grew colder and heavier. That's when he stumbled upon a skull. Was it just an animal or something more sinister?
Isn't nature wonderful? Yeah. And Camel Tim just found us a skull. That's a good luck omen, right? When you find a skull of an animal.
Ooh, what happens if we burn it?
I go home. Goodbye. No, just kidding.
As dusk fell, the mood shifted. Strange noises echoed in the trees, and movement flickered at the edge of his vision. He searched for tracks, but there were none. Only the feeling of being watched. Later that night, by the campfire, things turned terrifying. They heard something moving closer, a shadow crawling low across the ground, slipping into the bushes. Fear gripped him as the sounds circled. Then it happened. They heard these loud, creepy, strange sounds from the tree line. Panic set in as they bolted for the car, slamming the doors shut, breathless.
What do you mean?
Came from right there.
I don't see anything.
I saw a black thing moving.
Like a bear?
No. It was flat on the ground, and it went from that tree into those bushes right there. I don't know if it's going to come back out.
Well, here, let me adjust my flashlight real quick. I just want to get more direct light and see if we can't see that thing. No, that's making it worse. Okay, got it adjusted.
Came from right there.
There's something right there, but it's not. Is that a tree stump?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh! Dude, go get in the car! Get in the car! Now!
Okay, Dude, get in. Close your door now. Close your door now.
Okay.
What was that sound? Shaken and terrified, he made the only choice left and abandoned the camp, fled the woods, and never returned. If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. This scary video was posted by Tarun360 Traveler on YouTube. They went camping deep inside a forest known for wild animals. At first, everything was calm, but in the middle of the night, the silence was broken. A deep, guttural roar echoed around their tent. It was a bear circling them. Imagine being trapped inside, hearing its heavy breathing just feet away. The fabric of the tent was the only thing separating them from claws and teeth. Terrified, they began banging on the walls, hoping to scare it off. But what if the bear didn't leave? What if hitting the tent only made it angrier? Would you stay frozen in silence, or risk stepping outside face to face with the beast? You thought the last story was bad? The next one is downright terrifying. Kalong.official17 posted this creepy video on YouTube. He and his friends went camping deep inside the forest. At first, the night was calm, the crackling fire, the rustling leaves, the peaceful silence of nature. But suddenly, that silence was broken. A sound loud, unnatural, and terrifying echoed all around them. It wasn't human, but it wasn't an animal either. It was something else, something that sent chills straight through their bones. They froze inside their tent, listening as the eerie noise circled closer and closer. Imagine being in their shoes, no weapons, no clear escape, just thin fabric between you and whatever was out there. Would you have the courage to unzip that tent and look? Or would you stay inside, praying for the sound to fade away? The question is, what would you do if those horrific sounds in the middle of the night were meant for you?
We came across this chilling video from Grizzly Gaz, a YouTuber well known for his scary camping encounters. But this one felt different. He begins telling the dark legend of Lady Sybil of Burnshaw Tower, a woman who made a pact with the devil himself, gaining powers to shapeshift, but was cursed to walk the earth even after death. Can you imagine camping in the very woods where her spirit is said to roam? The legend takes a darker turn. Lady Sybil, caught as a cat, had her paw severed. Even though she magically reattached it, her soul was forever bound to the hills and forests. Things get unsettling. While setting up his tent, Grizzly Gaz hears what sounds like gunshots in the distance. The silence of the forest breaks, and suddenly, he isn't sure if he's alone.
Give the video a like as well. Right. I'm going to get in my tent now and get set up for night. Alright, mate. Don't know if I just caught that, but I'm pretty sure I've just heard gunshots. And they shot me. Oh, fucking hell, you farted. Or is that your breath? Chill out.
The mist grows heavy. He keeps seeing flashes of eyes shine in the darkness. Or was it a torch? Something seemed to be following him.
Can't even see any paths or out, man, because of this mist. I keep seeing flashes of light, like eye shine, but that corner of my eye. Down there, look.
Finally, the fear hits hardest. Between the gunshots, the mist, and the glowing eyes in the distance, Gaz admits it's not worth the risk.
I really want to know what that shine was down there. Whether it's a torch. Like I say, I've heard gunshots earlier, so... Fuck. I don't want to be getting shot, do I? And I especially don't want to be running in to the landowner again, because he will not be happy that I'm back in here.
His gut tells him to get out before something truly terrifying happens. And honestly, can you blame him? Things take a darker turn in the next clip I came across. This video was shared by Action Adventure Clips, a page well known for thrilling adventure videos and short action-packed clips. They step into the cave, water echoes through the darkness, louder than ever before, and a salamander greets them, as if warning them to turn back. The deeper they go, the colder it becomes. The passage tightens, pressing in like the cave itself doesn't want them there. They hear the roar of a waterfall, beautiful, but masking something sinister. As they go deeper, a strange odor fills the air. Gas, toxic. Then panic erupts as they start shouting,
Twice as bad. It's a cave emergency. Oh, the gas is coming. Oh.
The group scrambles as the fumes thicken. As they were running away from that one, they ran straight into a dense pocket of poison. The lights dim, their voices grow frantic.
Oh, we ran into the gas. Oh, we hit a toxic pocket of gas. Dude, it's so gassy. We gotta get out of here. You're on the right path. Don't come up there.
I can't breathe.
We hit
I can't see anything, dude.
a pocket of bad gas.
Bad air.
Oh, we hit a pocket.
Dude, they caught up to us.
As if that was not enough, they're trapped in the fog, lungs burning, unsure where the exit is. Some claim they saw shapes moving inside the haze. They finally find a way out, but racing footsteps echo behind them, as if something else made it out too. Would you dare go into that cave, knowing it almost became their tomb? From eerie to downright disturbing, here's what came next. Jasko is a YouTuber who creates videos. This time, he went to a haunted cabin. What was supposed to be a fun haunted cabin video turned into a nightmare. Because deep in the woods, miles from civilization, someone else was there. No service, no power, just them and a stranger. They learn why the cabin is called the Skinwalker cabin. People who've stayed here report screams, voices mimicking loved ones, even shadowy figures outside their windows. Panic sets in as they hear a loud, blood-curdling scream in the backyard of the cabin. They freeze. Was it human? Animal? Or worse, something in between?
Channel if you have not already. That was a knock on the door. Hello?
Oh my
Não foi
god.
ela em mim.
The only thing I have in me is about to come out how scared I am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how terrifying this place is. I guess since we're here, let's show you.
While investigating the skull, he hears a whistle right in his ear, though his friend is nowhere near him.
You know, whole thing, because it smells really bad right here. What the f? Chris? What? That wasn't you? Oh no, I'm right here. Bro, something like whistled in my ear. On God, like right next to me. Voice.
The camera catches it. Something unseen is toying with them. The night spirals. More screams, heavy knocks, voices through the spirit box saying, "My grave."
Huh, skinwalkers? Can you mimic this noise?
They seek justice.
They seek justice? What? What? What the f, Chris? Oh my God!
Loud screams.
Oh my God, she just scared the shit out of me. Sorry. Go inside, go inside, go inside.
After some time, fear peaks. The sound of the metal gate slamming shut. It had been tied open. Someone untied it. Now they're trapped inside the forest. And finally, he admitted that in his 6 years of filming, he had never experienced something as terrifying as this.
Something isn't right here. Let me backtrack about 30 minutes. We stopped recording. I don't even know what the hell the last thing we recorded was. And Chris and I decided that we were going to go outside together with our flashlights and just see if it was safe. Do a little perimeter check because we wanted to do things together outside. But when we went out there, we heard what sounded like metal. Something very loud in the distance. Metal. And I don't even want to fucking think about it because it's bringing fucking tears to my eyes just thinking about it. The gate to this cabin is a very large metal gate. And I truly fear that what we heard was the metal gate closing, slamming shut. And now one thing I'll tell you is that that gate was open and it was tied to a tree. So the only way it would have closed is if someone untied it.
Would you have lasted the night inside the Skinwalker cabin? Just when you think it can't get stranger, wait until you see this. This story comes from Buska Sobernatural on YouTube. They returned to the abandoned house, cameras rolling. Almost immediately, the air felt wrong. Batteries drained overnight, and a chill crept in. Dogs that usually barked were silent tonight. Suddenly, movement in the shadows. A figure darted across the darkened rooms, and the temperature dropped like ice.
Só hoje a gente vem um pouco mais cedo. Cara, fique esperto, velho. Verdade. Fique esperto, vocês viram o que a gente viu, né? Ó, silêncio, silêncio. Tô vendo alguma coisa dentro da casa. Olha lá, olha lá. Vocês viram isso, velho? Cara, vocês viram isso, velho? Que isso? Cara, tu notou como ficou frio agora do nada? Olha lá. Olha lá. Vocês viram isso, velho? Cara, vocês...
While inside the building, a glass exploded across the floor. Shards flew toward them, forcing them back.
Tu filmou, será, Jefinho? Filmei. Cara, vamos entrar ali pra ver isso, cara. Ai, meu Deus, cara. Voa o vidro em mim aqui, cara. Voa o vidro em mim aqui, cara. Ô, o cachorro. Cara, pra mim o barulho tá vindo lá de cima, eu acho, cara.
But what shattered the door glass when no one was near? Just a moment later, a heavy bear statue moved on its own. First shifting, then toppling as if shoved by invisible hands. The house came alive. Doors slamming, tables sliding, the sound of footsteps above. Then chaos walls shook, windows blew open, and an unseen force tore the house apart. They ran, breathless, terrified. From eerie to downright disturbing, here's what came next. This video comes from Chamos on YouTube. They returned once again to the infamous doctor's house, a place where, every time they step inside, something darker seems to awaken. At first, the night felt quiet, too quiet. Then, they noticed it. Strange, blood-red graffiti smeared on the walls. But who wrote it, and why did it appear only now? Suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the empty halls. Something unseen was moving around them. Then, chaos. Objects started falling, hitting the ground near them. A perfume bottle cap, furniture shaking. The tension grew unbearable.
Aham. Ó, que já. Bateu alguma coisa aqui atrás de mim. Real? Agora escutei. Mas, cara, caiu um negócio muito perto aqui, assim, ó. Fica de olho aí, Jota. Onde que é, Jota? Ó, e o que foi isso? Uma tampa de... Ah, tá, foi tudo que bateu ali. Tampa de perfume. Não, eu não bati aqui, pô. Mano, tinha alguma coisa observando nós, deve ser ele, tá? O médico, aham. Será que as entidades não estão aqui também?
And then it happened. The apparition appeared. A dark, human-like figure at the far end of the hallway. It flickered in and out, then vanished before their eyes. They ran, terrified, hearts pounding, knowing one thing, the doctor was still there, and he wanted them gone. Just like before, the next video captures something terrifying on camera. This video was uploaded by Morozov's fan on YouTube. Everything you're about to see was streamed live. On the night of the 19th, he entered a house he had just purchased. But this wasn't just any house. It was known to contain a demon. The former owners wanted to get rid of it, but he was determined to drive the evil out himself. At first, things were quiet, too quiet. Then, faint footsteps creaked across the stairs, but no one was there.
Did you hear those sounds? The creaking of the stairs, footsteps. These are not the sounds of the house. It is it. It was in the house right away. It does not appear here at night. It is here constantly.
Would you stay if you heard that, or would you already be gone? A shadow figure appeared in the stream, unnoticed until later. The deeper he went, the stronger it became.
Already on the 20th minute of the stream, a shadow was recorded, but, unfortunately, neither the people watching the stream nor I noticed it.
Lights flickered, devices beeped, and a shadow passed right by the window. Then it happened. Using a radio transmitter, he finally made contact. A chilling voice hissed, "What do you need?"
I think she said what you need. I need a ritual statue. Where is it? This one just moved. I need a ritual statue. Where is it?
Soon after, tables moved on their own, cameras cut out, and the pressure in the room grew unbearable. And he kept demanding, "Demon, show yourself. Tell me your name." But the more he ordered, the angrier it became.
Two video cameras are turned off.
So I'll ask you this. If you were inside that house, and the darkness finally answered you, would you dare to keep talking, or would you run before it takes more than just your voice? The nightmare continues, and this time, it feels way too real. This video was originally filmed by Summit or Nothing. He sets out across Dartmoor, heading towards Sorton Tor. At first, everything feels calm. The autumn air, the fading ferns, the distant mist. But Dartmoor is not just any landscape. It's a place where legends breathe. Would you dare to hike into the unknown, knowing the land itself carries ghostly stories? Strange formations appear in the ground. The remains of an abandoned ice works from the 1800s. Imagine it. Water once frozen here, harvested in silence. But some say the echoes of that factory never left. At the top, silence consumes everything. No birds, no wind, just emptiness. He stops, listening. Have you ever heard a silence so heavy it feels alive? Later in the tent, a legend is told. The story of Judge Jeffries, known as the Hanging Judge, is cursed to return as a black phantom pig. As the tale is spoken, grunts and snorts echo outside the tent. Horses, or something darker.
Here's another one. This one tonight is called Judge Jeffries and the Big Black Phantom Pig. George Jeffries, the first Baron Jeffries, was the English judge who became notorious for his harsh sentences after the Monmouth Rebellion in 1685. His severe sentencing for even minor indiscretions earned him a black reputation. In his travels as a judge on the Western Circuit, he held court in many Devonshire towns, and legend suggests he was at his judicial best, or worst, at Lidford. It's just over there. He must have had a great impact on the area. So the story goes, he haunts the ancient borough in the guise of a big black pig. It's not clear how often this phantom porker has been seen, or why indeed it should automatically be assumed it was the dreadful judge himself.
Hours pass, but strange noises linger. Shadows press against the thin walls of the tent. He tries to sleep. But what if Dartmoor's legends aren't just stories? What if, somewhere out there in the mist, something still watches? You thought the last story was bad. The next one is downright terrifying. This video was posted by HikeSlam. He set out to spend the night deep in the Virginia woods, the day before Thanksgiving. At first, everything seemed peaceful. The trail, the cold air, the sound of the river. Not long after, things turned strange. Scattered trash along the trail, beer cans, broken plastic, and writing scratched onto garbage bags. Lyrics. Hangman is coming down from the gallows. Who leaves messages like this? A hiker or something else? Then, the discovery no camper ever wants to find. A freshly killed duck, lying next to a long note. Bone dry, as if it had just been placed there.
And there's a dead duck here. A very long note. And it looks like it was just put here because it's not wet. That duck is fairly recently killed. All right.
The fire from a nearby camp still burned. Two women appeared on the trail, frightened. They asked if he had seen the man leaving notes. They swore he was still camped by the river, sitting on a rock, fire glowing. They were terrified to pass his sight alone. What would you do? Keep going or turn back before it's too late? This story comes from Exploring with Bear, a channel known for venturing into the unknown, haunted woods, creepy campouts, and even Bigfoot territory. And on this night, Jar Bear faced something terrifying. This night, he went hiking into the woods, and it began with, "No, no, no, it's coming closer."
Oh man. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No frickin' way, man. It's coming closer. Man, this place, I don't know what it is in here, man, but I have the worst feeling. Oh, man. I feel so sick in my stomach right now.
That's how the night began. The fear in his voice was real. He said his stomach twisted, as if the forest itself wanted him gone. He explained that the last time he was in this exact spot, he was surrounded. Tonight, that same pressure returned instantly. Could something have been waiting for him all along? After experiencing that the first time he went there, would you dare still set foot there? As he crept deeper, the sounds closed in, branches snapping, knocks in the distance, strange whoops echoing.
Man, before I even got the camera started, I was hearing stuff moving on the right side. This place is so scary. The last time I was here, I was surrounded. And you could see the eyes on camera. All kinds of them. It was like I was being hunted.
Would you have kept walking down that trail or turned back right there? Then came the chilling moment. A pale, towering figure with what looked like a white head standing off the trail. Imagine staring at that in the dark, alone.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. What is that? Oh man, my hair's standing straight. I'm gonna puke. I'm getting sick in my stomach. I can't, man, all the pressure. No, no. Oh crap, man.
His body froze. His gut screamed at him to leave. He knew he couldn't go any further. Sometimes fear is the only warning you need. So, what do you think? Was he stalked by Bigfoot? Or something far darker hiding in that forest? Here's another strange encounter that will leave you questioning everything. This chilling story comes from Exploring with Beer. In this adventure, he returns to the infamous Murder Road, a place where multiple bodies have been found, and no killer has ever been caught. As he walks deeper into the woods, strange sounds surround him. Knocks echo on one side, whistles on the other. Was it an animal, or something darker watching him?
I just heard something. It sounded like metal. That sounded like metal. What was that? Did you guys hear that? That was like... I couldn't tell if that was a whistle or like a howl.
The deeper he goes, the worse it gets. Then he discovers the unsettling sight. A staircase in the middle of nowhere, and an eerie light suddenly appears in the trees. Someone or something is out there.
Check that out. Steps. In the middle of the woods. Oh. Man, that's ridiculous. I feel like there's I don't know. I don't know what to think about this place yet. It's pretty big and we've explored like quite a few different areas. And I believe on the last video, I'm pretty sure I know where the first 2 victims were, taken out at.
Soon, he realizes he's not alone. A figure with a light begins searching for him. Hiding in the dirt, heart racing, he whispers, "I think they're looking for me."
Didn't do that. Oh crap. I just seen a light over there. There's a light. Oh man. I can't see to get down the steps. There's a light. Hold on. Man, I'm like in a little ball on the ground behind some crap right now. What are they doing? I think they're looking for me. He's looking around. He don't know. He might still think I'm up there. I don't think he's seen me come down. He didn't see me come down, I don't think. Oh, no. No. I feel like he's seen me. No. Man, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to have to deal with this. Please leave.
After knowing so many atrocities have been committed at that place, alone in the night, what will you do? Would you dare to return to Murder Road after that? The nightmare continues, and this time, it feels way too real. This story comes from Urbex Hill, a YouTuber known for stepping into the darkest and most forgotten places. In this video, he explored Audubon Junior High in Cleveland, Ohio, a school built in 1922, once alive with students. Now nothing but decay and tragedy. The halls echo with silence, but the history lingers. This is the same neighborhood where gun violence has claimed young lives, even a 16-year-old shot on the school steps. Imagine walking into that building, knowing blood had already been spilled right outside. Inside, the school is a maze. Bullet holes in windows, strange strings hanging from ceilings, plants forcing through the floor. Would you push deeper into those shadows? At one point, he's trapped in a bathroom with no handle, and panic sets in.
It's destroyed. Oh no. There's no handle on this door for me to get out. Are you serious? Oh my god. Alright, fuck, I gotta put my camera down and figure this out.
If it were you, would your heart be racing? Then the real terror hits. A trail of what looks like blood leads across the floor, ending in bullet casings. Even 666 is scrawled on a door. And then footsteps. Someone is inside. His voice shakes. Somebody's in there. That's when he makes the only choice left is to get out.
Oh shit, there's a bunch. Look at this. Oh, there's a trail of blood. That's crazy.
Goes to that door. What the hell? That's vandalism.
At this point in the video, some additional narration is required. You see, unfortunately at this exact moment, my camera stopped recording, but I immediately noticed and pressed record to continue filming. I also want to point out that normally in a situation like this, I would have remained calm. But after hearing the stories of the murder that took place here, and seeing what looks like blood and bullet casings on the floor, I decided to leave, instead of investigating any further. What was that? Somebody's in there. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Was that blood real? And who else was lurking in that abandoned school? Just when you think it can't get stranger, wait until you see this. This comes from Dark Ghost Paranormal, a channel that hunts the creepy and unexplained. He returns to a haunted hut. This is his attempt to free whatever's trapped inside. He starts by setting a trap. The last time it failed. The place feels wrong from the first step. He hears a cat. Objects move. He asks again, "Who are you?" The answer, "Victims present but unseen." Imagine glimpsing a presence you cannot see. Would you stay? He installs a night camera after hearing footsteps on the roof and knocks through the walls. After installing it for not long, something strange started moving outside. What do you think that was? The creepy stuff that has been disturbing the hut? A chilling warning. Don't go to the mirror. Why? Mirrors often act as doors. He steps outside, checks his gear, then returns, only to find silence and more questions. The sound dies, he lingers, then decides, if nothing happens, he'll go home. So if you are the one, what would you do? Confront the unknown, or walk away before the mirror answers back? The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. I saw this chilling video on Cursed Urban, a YouTuber known for venturing deep into haunted forests and camping alone at night. This time, he set his sights on the infamous Shadow Forest. Legend has it, years ago, a man committed a brutal murder nearby and ran into these woods. Some claim he still hides here, watching from the trees. As Dan entered the forest, he already felt uneasy every time he turned his back. It sounded like something was following him. What could that have been? Later, while using Spirit Talker, chilling messages came through. They locked me away. I was poisoned. We keep secrets. Who do you think did all these things?
Alright, Spirit Talker is on. See if anybody is anybody's around this forest that would like to communicate. If I'm speaking with anybody?
They locked me away.
They locked me away. I'm sorry to hear that. Why did they lock you away? No, you don't.
The forest is home.
The forest is home. Is the forest your home? I'm not done mocking people who litter. Hold on. No, you don't understand. I have to litter, guys.
Suddenly, Dan smelled cigarette smoke, thick and heavy, though no one was around. Where do you think the smell is coming from?
I don't know, dude. That's kind of odd. Yeah, dude. It still smells like somebody's smoking. I don't know. That's odd. That's really, really weird.
The sense of being stalked grew stronger. He admitted, "I don't have a good feeling about tonight." Have you ever felt watched, even when no one was there? Finally, the device whispered a word that froze him: stab, followed by red man and return.
All, Red man. All right, we got one. Red man. Who's red man? Stab.
Joyce.
Joyce. Stab. Cavern. Stab. Joyce. Oh. Okay. Okay. Touch. Was Joyce one of the people that was stabbed? Because what did I say? What did I tell you that I heard about this place earlier? That there was a killer who stabbed 2 people to death and fled into here.
Could this be the ghost of the murderer, still haunting the forest? So, would you dare camp in the shadow forest after hearing this? From eerie to downright disturbing, here's what came next. Dead City Paranormal is a channel known for urban exploration and paranormal investigation. They posted this terrifying investigation. Matt and Dylan entered a long-abandoned cottage in North Wales, a place frozen in time since 2014. Every wall was cloaked in cobwebs, every corner whispering with decay. From the moment they switched on the K2 meter, it began flickering. Was someone already waiting for them? Old bedrooms stood untouched, personal belongings scattered as if their owners had just vanished. Who left so suddenly, and why? As Matt called out, the device jumped to red, almost like a direct response. Could it be the spirit of someone who passed away here?
To be honest, I don't know. Look at this. This bathroom. Oh my god, it's going to red here. Is that you? Can you make this go to red again for me if it's you? If there's someone around me now. Put your hand over it. Put your hand over my hand. It'll make it go to red. Oh. Nearly and then dropped. Thank you so much.
Things escalated when a strange glowing box was discovered in the kitchen. What kind of energy lingers in a simple Tupperware container?
If you can see it. You can't really see it. But like, can you see it? You might be able to. Basically, the box is glowing. It's really hard to even say how. It's definitely glowing, isn't it?
It's glowing. It's not just you. I can see it as well.
The box is glowing, guys.
Soon after, their camera mysteriously shut off despite a fresh battery. Coincidence or interference from beyond? Later, a voice through the spirit talker whispered chilling words like, "from the pit," and even names, Tony, Jess. Were these the spirits of the home revealing themselves? The next video doesn't just creep you out, it'll leave you unsettled. This story comes from Tiago Furacão, a YouTuber known for his terrifying paranormal explorations. In this video, they enter an abandoned house deep in the forest of Lenda. From the start, the energy feels wrong, heavy, almost suffocating. Tiago describes seeing a shifting figure, sometimes male, sometimes female. What kind of spirit takes on more than one form? Inside, the air grows colder as they begin their spirit box session. The device responds with strange voices, calling out names, whispering answers. Was someone truly trying to communicate? Suddenly, a door slams shut. Then Thais screams. She sees a hand sliding through a crack in the wall. Who or what was reaching for them?
Que foi? Meu Deus! Olha aquilo! O quê? Que foi? País do céu! Que, Thiago?
As they press deeper, footsteps echo, shadows dart, and something leaps at Tiago. What kind of force lunges at the living inside a house like this? The spirit box then delivers a chilling command. Get out now, both of you. A woman's voice insists she is in charge. Could this house belong to a restless spirit that refuses to share its domain? They respect the warning, leaving quickly. But what followed them back into the night? This chilling story comes from Elieni Adventure, a creator known for posting terrifying explorations. He returned once again to the Fazenda Amaldiçoada, the cursed farm. Hidden behind the main house was another structure, untouched in his earlier visits. The place carried a sinister legend. The former owner, a snake handler, died tragically after being bitten. His spirit, bound to the land, refuses release. Many explorers tried spirit box sessions here, but he never wanted help. Why does a spirit choose to stay chained to such darkness? As he explored the crumbling rooms, something terrifying happened. An apparition appeared, the same ghostly figure that haunted him in past videos.
Principal da fazenda.
Oh meu Deus, pessoal! Olha ali! A mesma aparição que apareceu para mim lá, ó! É a mesma!
Could it be the spirit of the snake handler still watching? Each shadow in the broken house seemed alive, each corridor breathing dread. Would you have the courage to keep going after seeing the same figure again and again? Strange noises echoed from the basement. Footsteps, whispers. He circled the house, lantern flickering, as if the darkness itself wanted him gone. Yet he pressed on, uncovering more ruins and heavy, oppressive energy. The atmosphere grew unbearable, terror extremo. Even he admitted the place carried a darkness few could withstand. Would you dare step into the cursed farm at night?
Imagine arriving at a peaceful cabin in the woods, ready to unwind for a quiet weekend, only to have your heart nearly stop. Out of the trees emerges someone in a chilling clown costume, creeping toward you like a scene ripped straight from a horror film. Panic sets in, until you discover it's not some deranged stranger, but the owner of the cabin. Suddenly, the fear turns into a whole new kind of unease. Is that more comforting, or somehow even creepier? Knowing the owner casually strolls the woods dressed like that, would you still stay the night? Two wild campers set off into the heart of the Welsh wilderness, eager for an adventure in a remote, abandoned building, a place rumored to be haunted. After clearing out the cobwebs and tidying up the space, they began exploring its eerie corners, trying to shake off the unsettling atmosphere while casually chatting about the mysterious history of the place. But then, something happened.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Fucking mental.
Well stoked.
Yeah, certainly is.
What was that?
Suddenly, a sound pierced the silence. They tried to carry on as if nothing had happened, but the strange noises continued, growing more intense.
It's all right.
No, there's my torch.
Right, let me get out there. Definitely. What the hell is that noise?
The air felt heavier, and a chill set in. Despite the growing unease, they decided to investigate, stepping into the darkness armed only with their torches. As they ventured outside, the eerie noises became louder, unnerving them even more.
No one here.
Bloody hell. What the freaking hell was that noise?
Oh man, Oh, dude.
They returned downstairs, their nerves on edge. And that's when they noticed something that made their blood run cold, something they hadn't seen before. But before they could process what was happening, they both froze. Hanging in the doorway was something they couldn't explain. Still, despite the overwhelming fear, they pushed forward. But things were far from over. As the night stretched on, it only grew darker. The unsettling noises and chilling presence seemed relentless. And yet, they made it through the night, though their minds would never quite let go of the haunting mystery of what exactly lurked in that remote building. What was the true story behind the strange happenings they witnessed? Was it just the wind, or something far more sinister? After settling into their new home deep in the woods, a couple couldn't shake the eerie feeling that they were being watched. To ease their minds, they set up a camera in their bedroom. But what they captured days later was chilling. A man standing just outside their window, fully illuminated by the parking lot lights, staring in like he belonged there. He didn't flinch, didn't move, just watched. The boyfriend went outside to confront him, but the man simply turned and walked away without a word. The next day, he showed up at their door with a strange calmness and apologized, but offered no real explanation. So, what do you even do when the person creeping around your window turns out to be your neighbor? A family booked what they thought was a quiet, peaceful Airbnb getaway. But as they settled in and walked through the living room, something immediately felt off. They spotted a strange, sealed window that looked into what appeared to be an underground chamber, completely hidden from the outside. Their curiosity got the better of them. While exploring further, they stumbled upon a trapdoor cleverly hidden beneath the rug in one of the bedrooms. It creaked open to reveal a pitch-black tunnel leading deep below the house. The walls were smeared with what looked disturbingly like dried blood, and halfway down the passage, they found a rusted, ancient-looking mask resting on the ground. As they pressed on, the air grew heavier. Eventually, they entered a dimly lit room, and there, motionless in the corner, stood a single mannequin. No explanation, no context, just watching. They immediately contacted the Airbnb owner, but here's the chilling part. No one ever heard back, no follow-up, no answers, just silence. During a family gathering, Stepanka was casually scrolling through her home's CCTV feed when something chilling caught her eye outside.
And I put it up on my Instagram and I was like, guys, like, what do you think this is? And everybody's like, that's a ghost, that's a ghost. But like, everyone's like, that's a full-on fucking apparition. That is like, that's not a blob. That's not a little light thing. It's a full apparition of a ghost. And I'm just like, right, it is. I'm not fucking crazy.
What she captured was haunting. A figure standing eerily still. until, within seconds, it morphed into a floating, solid white form, ghostly and unmistakably out of place. Skeptical but intrigued, Stanka tried everything to recreate the scene under the same lighting and conditions. Nothing worked. To this day, the footage remains unexplained, and so does the ghostly figure that appeared that night. A Reddit user recently shared a spine-chilling experience from a remote cabin in the woods, and it's got people seriously creeped out. For almost a year, strange reddish footprints have been appearing on the garage ceiling. But here's the kicker: they're always from the right foot only, and they never stay in the same place. Every few days, the prints mysteriously vanish or reappear somewhere else. The user isn't the only one who's seen them. Friends have noticed the same eerie pattern. But things got even weirder when they looked at photos. Although all the pictures were taken on the same day, the prints appeared in different spots in each one. So what's going on here? Is someone playing the world's most dedicated prank? Or is this something far more unexplainable? Starry01 recently posted a chilling photo taken at the abandoned asylum in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, a place already infamous for its ghost stories. At first, the image seemed unremarkable, until they brightened it. That's when a pale, eerie hand appeared in the lower window. Some viewers even claimed they could make out a faint, shadowy figure lurking just behind it. Do you see it? One quiet morning, a homeowner in a remote area caught something chilling on camera, right outside their front door.
What the fuck is outside? What the fuck? Too scared to open my door.
Too afraid to open the door, they stared through the frosted glass. On the other side stood a small, unmoving figure, eerily still, like it was waiting. Even the dog sensed the danger, barking wildly at whatever was out there. But then, it didn't walk away. It didn't run. It simply disappeared, fading into thin air. Some think it was just a wild animal. Others aren't so sure. Whatever it was, it left behind more questions than answers. And one terrified homeowner. Cody had lived on his property for 22 years when he discovered a strange, dead patch of grass that sank under his mower.
It's dead. When I drove over it, it kind of sank. And I came over here with the shovel and tapped on it. Let me get a little closer. It's some kind of door. I've been here 22 years and this has never been here before. So I really don't know what to think about it. But
Curious, he dug into it and found a hidden door leading to a deep water-filled hole, possibly an old well or storm cellar. Using a 15-foot conduit stick, he couldn't touch the bottom. That night, strange noises came from beneath his house. When he investigated with a camera, what he recorded was not just eerie, it was terrifying. A group of friends had rented a remote cabin deep in the Appalachian Mountains for a peaceful weekend getaway. Surrounded by endless shadowy woods, the spot felt like a perfect escape. One night, as they soaked in the hot tub beneath a glowing moon, a low, thunderous sound echoed from somewhere deep in the forest.
Yeah, that was a car, that was a car. Shit. Who's the aliens, bro? I said alien. I think it's a train.
Es que porque suena así a la verga.
But that shit's scary.
Okay, do you guys want to go inside?
No, no. Es que dicen que no va a pasar nada, pero...
I'm recording this shit, bro.
But the music and laughter quickly faded into nervous silence. Something about that sound wasn't right. Unbeknownst to them, the Appalachian woods have a long, chilling history. Mysterious vanishings, strange figures spotted between the trees, stories that locals don't like to tell after dark. Thankfully, the group left the hot tub and returned inside without incident. But that night, it still haunts their memories. A man set out to explore a series of cabins deep in the woods, rumored to be abandoned. Everything was quiet, almost too quiet, until something shifted behind one of the upper windows.
Yo. You see movement then?
Yeah.
Move the light. Yo. Yo. The fuck is that? Yo.
At first glance, there was nothing. But as their flashlights moved away, a pale figure briefly peeked out from behind a curtain. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just a squatter. But later, when he reviewed the footage, chills ran down his spine. The figure had no face. Its skin was unnaturally pale, like it hadn't seen sunlight in years. That was all he needed to see. He didn't wait around for a second encounter. Whatever was inside that cabin wasn't human. A Reddit user recently shared a seemingly innocent Polaroid photo snapped by his son, a casual moment captured of him and his wife during a weekend getaway years ago. But when the image finished developing, something unsettling caught their eye. In the window behind them, a blurry shape appeared, and it looked eerily like a face staring straight in. Some dismissed it as pareidolia, our brains trying to find familiar patterns in chaos. Others were convinced it could have been a person, or maybe even an animal. The majority chalked it up to a dirty window reflecting the flash just right. Still, no matter how many logical explanations were thrown around, that face in the window left a chill that no one could quite shake. This man was out of town when he got a Ring camera alert from his remote cabin, and what he saw was chilling. The footage captured a mysterious figure aimlessly roaming through his backyard. But it wasn't just the presence of the disturbing person, it was the way they moved. Slow, erratic, almost like they were lost or hunting. The homeowner noted that the area has a history of drug activity, which might explain the behavior, but that only makes it more unsettling. Imagine someone like that lurking around your property when you're not there to stop them. This eerie video, reportedly filmed in an abandoned hospital in Honduras, recently resurfaced on Reddit, reigniting a chilling mystery that's haunted the internet for years. According to locals, the room in question was once an emergency operating room, and some believe it's now haunted by the spirit of a surgeon who died there, either from a sudden heart attack or, as some whisper, by his hand. The footage has sparked heated debate. Is it a ghost, clever CGI, or just someone messing around? Whatever the explanation, even the skeptics agree. There's something deeply unsettling about the way it moves. While checking his cabin's attic for damage after a recent hurricane, he snapped a quick photo, just a routine inspection. At the time, everything looked fine. No leaks, no holes. But months later, while casually scrolling through those old photos with his girlfriend, they noticed something chilling. A dark, shadowy figure with glowing eyes staring back at them from the attic. He swore he'd never heard any strange noises up there. No rustling, no scratching, nothing that would suggest raccoons or other animals. So what was it? A trick of the light? A small, unseen creature? Or something far more unsettling? A warning to get out while he still could. This eerie security camera footage, taken at a secluded home late at night, shows something truly bizarre. A faint, transparent figure drifts across the property, almost like a ghostly presence caught on tape. There's no backstory, no follow-up, and no clear explanation. Was it just a reflection? A camera malfunction? Or did something from the other side slip through unnoticed? The mystery lingers. While hiking through the remote wilderness of Norway, a man stumbled upon something chilling. An old, abandoned house hidden deep in the forest. Curious, he stepped inside and was shocked to find the place still had electricity. As he ventured deeper into the dark, eerie rooms, things took a terrifying turn. Out of nowhere, a strange, shadowy creature locked eyes with him. Frozen in fear, the man panicked, lost his footing, and tumbled down the stairs. The footage cuts off suddenly, leaving behind an unsettling mystery. Was it something paranormal, or is there a more logical explanation? While browsing through old photos from a nighttime trip to an abandoned building, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly chilling. One eerie shot captured a decaying room in disarray, with a single window at its center. But when he looked closer, his blood ran cold, and a ghostly face was faintly visible in the glass, staring straight at the camera. The user swore he was completely alone that night. Some viewers were haunted by the sinister grin on the figure's face, while skeptics brushed it off as pareidolia. Still, the face looks far too real to be a trick of the mind. While doing his routine rounds at an old manor, a maintenance worker spotted something chilling, a shadowy figure staring at him from behind a window. He quickly snapped a photo. Curious and concerned, he went inside to investigate. The alarm system was still armed. Nothing was broken. Nothing was out of place. He reset the system and turned for one last look. The figure had vanished. What makes this story truly unsettling is who saw it. This wasn't someone known for spinning ghost tales or chasing the paranormal. This was a grounded, no-nonsense man, respected by his colleagues for being level-headed and honest. But that night, even he was rattled. He couldn't explain what had been watching him from the shadows. On May 26, 2025, Ray, a YouTuber famous for his spine-chilling forest explorations, ventured deep into an isolated woodland to set up a trail camera and audio recorder. The setting was calm and untouched, with only fresh animal tracks hinting at any life nearby. The only human he encountered was a lone hiker, and by the time he returned the next morning, everything appeared undisturbed, except the audio recorder, which had mysteriously stopped working, likely due to dead batteries. But when Ray reviewed the camera footage, one haunting moment froze him in his tracks. At exactly 4 a.m., a shirtless man emerged from the darkness, crawling across the forest floor with a massive axe clutched in his hand. Disturbed, Rai asked around in nearby villages, hoping someone might recognize the man. No one did. So who was this crawling figure in the dead of night, and what was he doing with that axe in the middle of nowhere? While hiking through a quiet forest trail with a friend, someone stepped into a small clearing and instantly froze. Hanging from one of the trees was something deeply disturbing, something that didn't belong there. Its presence was eerie, unexplained, and completely out of place in the stillness of the woods. They didn't dare get closer. The shock of discovering it in such a remote spot sent chills down their spine. Without saying a word, they turned and left, haunted by the image and the feeling that they were never meant to find it. One night, a farmer glanced out his window and spotted something unusual moving in the distance. Curious and uneasy, he reviewed the security footage, and what he saw sent a chill down his spine. A lone figure, draped in what looked like a long gown, was slowly gliding across his land. There was no flashlight, no source of light at all, and yet they navigated the pitch-black, uneven terrain with eerie ease, never stumbling, never hesitating. Who or what could move like that in total darkness? And more importantly, why were they there at all? While exploring a remote forest in Mexico, a Reddit user snapped a photo that would later leave them deeply unsettled. In the top left corner of the image, barely visible among the trees, was a faint figure, something that didn't belong to the natural surroundings. At the moment the photo was taken, the user was certain they were completely alone. But when they captured another picture just seconds later, the mysterious figure had vanished without a trace. Was it a simple trick of the light? A case of pareidolia? Or was something silently lurking in the shadows, watching from the trees? While hiking deep in the woods, a man spotted what looked like a little boy standing still in the distance. But as he cautiously approached, he realized it wasn't a child at all. It was a mannequin. Who would drag a mannequin into the forest, and why? Was it planted as some kind of twisted prank? Or is there a more disturbing reason for hiding in plain sight? Either way, the unsettling sight was enough to cut his hike short. He turned around and headed straight back to his car, haunted by the chilling encounter. Deep in the heart of a dark, overgrown forest, someone set up a trail camera to catch glimpses of wildlife. But what the footage captured was far from ordinary. In one eerie frame, a woman in a flowing white dress appeared, standing still, staring straight into the lens. Stranger still, she seemed to have antlers growing from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone, vanished without a trace. If this happened, it's the stuff of nightmares. But something about the photo feels off. Too cinematic. Too perfect. Maybe it was staged, or maybe we just weren't meant to understand what we saw. One quiet evening, a truck driver was filming the full moon to share the moment with his son. Focused on getting the perfect shot, he was startled when his truck suddenly jolted, as if he'd hit something. He pulled over immediately. Curious and shaken, he replayed the dashcam footage, and that's when things got strange.
What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's nothing there.
At first it looked normal. Then a shadowy figure appeared, standing motionless in the middle of the road. But when he stepped out to investigate, the road was empty. Nobody. No trace. Just silence. Some believe he may have encountered something beyond our world, something that vanished just as quickly as it came. Paranormal investigators are still baffled. Late one night, a man was driving through a dark, echoing tunnel when he witnessed something that defied all logic. Unable to believe what he saw, he quickly reviewed his dashcam footage, and there it was. A mysterious figure materialized out of nowhere, only to vanish as his car passed through it. Was it the lingering spirit of someone long gone? Or just an eerie trick of the light? What do you think happened that night? On August 23, 2013, what started as a thrilling base jump near Twin Falls, Idaho, turned into a near-death experience. Two men leaped from the iconic Appalachian bridge, but in midair, chaos struck. One of the jumpers realized too late that his parachute wasn't opening properly. He spiraled out of control, hurtling toward the jagged rocks along the riverbank. In a twist of luck or fate, he narrowly missed the rocks and slammed into the river instead. The impact was savage. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, but in a miracle that defied the odds, he survived, battered but alive, and without any life-threatening injuries. While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens felt that eerie, unmistakable sensation like he wasn't truly alone. At first, he chalked it up to nerves, but then he turned his camera toward the trees, and what he captured sent chills down his spine.
Come out. Come out from behind the tree, I see you. Okay, we gotta go.
Peeking from behind one of the trunks was a pale, human-like figure. The second he locked eyes with it, instinct kicked in, and he took off running. The video ends with him fleeing, with no update and no explanation. He likely made it out safely, considering the footage was posted, but one haunting question still lingers. What was lurking in those woods? In the fall of 2024, as a rare comet made its final visible pass across Earth's skies, a lone biker hit the road in search of a perfect view. With a camera mounted and hopes high, he rode through the night, recording everything along the way. The comet never appeared to the naked eye, but the footage told a different story. While reviewing the clips days later, something eerie emerged. A fast-moving shadow darted across the frame. It wasn't a finger, it wasn't a bird, and it wasn't anything the biker had seen in real time. He was completely alone that night, yet something else had been out there. To this day, he still can't explain what he captured. This person was hiking deep in the wilds of West Virginia when they stumbled upon something downright chilling. A massive footprint, embedded in the dirt, far larger than any normal humans. They snapped a photo and sent it to me, clearly shaken. It wasn't just the size that was disturbing. It was the eerie stillness of the area, like the forest itself was holding its breath. What kind of creature could have left something like that behind? Is there something even more unexplainable roaming those woods? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this just an elaborate prank? Or did this person accidentally cross paths with a living legend? A group of campers was scoping out the perfect spot to set up camp when something bizarre stopped them in their tracks. A tiny hand reaching up from a hole in the ground like it was clawing for help or trying to escape. They crept closer, hearts pounding. But before they could get a clear look, the hand vanished into the shadows below. It wasn't a raccoon's paw. It wasn't anything they recognized. So now they're asking, does it look familiar to you? Late one night, YouTuber Chris Javier was casually filming a vlog outside his Airbnb when something bizarre started happening. As he stood under a streetlight, a strange feeling crept over him, like he wasn't alone. Suddenly, the light above him began to flicker.
Like watching it from here, and what the freak? You guys saw that. You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there, it's going. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is creepy. I'm just gonna go over here real quick.
Confused, he wondered if the light was somehow reacting to him. But just as he tried to move away, the light blinked again, this time on cue with his voice. That's when things got truly unsettling. From the dark alley he had just walked past, a man appeared angry, dazed, and muttering to himself.
You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. The guy's just walking back and forth. He just started mumbling. See, that's him. You see him behind me. Yes, you guys see him behind me. He's right there. What the fuck? You guys, he's like coming towards me. I am not liking that. The crazy thing is, I saw him like face to face when I was coming, like when I was showing you guys when I was going down that hill. He was right there. Alright. I don't know if I see him. Alright, you guys. What the hell is he doing?
Chris backed away, uneasy. The man lingered under the same flickering light, then, without warning, began spinning in circles, as if caught in some kind of trance.
Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell? Yo, this place is creepy. This place is actually really, really creepy.
Needless to say, Chris didn't get much sleep that night, but by morning, he was gone, leaving that eerie Airbnb and its haunted streetlight behind for good. One night off the coast of Scapello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong. Long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back. And the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? A TikToker vacationing with his family near a remote cemetery in South America decided to explore the eerie grounds one night. Camera in hand, he began recording, just for fun. But what he captured was anything but ordinary. As they approached one of the graves, the soil suddenly began to move.
Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
Cuidado. ¿Elizabeth?
Se está moviendo. ¿Quieres salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo, güey. No manches, güey.
Literalmente pura tierra. Se está moviendo la tierra como que
la tumba se está moviendo, güey. Va a salir, güey.
Not just a little violently, like something was desperately trying to escape from beneath. The footage quickly went viral. Some are convinced it's evidence of the paranormal. Others fear someone may have been buried alive. A few skeptics chalk it up to an animal. Whatever the explanation, one thing's certain. It's the kind of video that'll haunt you long after you've watched it. While out exploring nature, someone stumbled upon something seriously bizarre. Slithering across the ground was a slimy, blob-like creature, unlike any animal they'd ever seen before. They scoured the internet for answers, but nothing came close to matching it. So now the big question is, did they uncover a rare, undocumented species? Or is this just a cleverly staged hoax designed to go viral? Seen anything like it? Drop your theories in the comments. This one's a mystery worth solving. While visiting a cemetery late at night, this person's camera caught something truly bone-chilling. At first, it was just silence and the occasional rustle of leaves. But then, right there in the corner of the frame, a ghostly figure appeared. It wasn't dust. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was moving, slowly and deliberately. This person didn't notice it at first. But when reviewing the footage later, this person realized what had been captured. A transparent shape drifted behind the tombstones, almost like it was watching. No explanation, no warning, just a real video of a ghost. Whether it's a spirit trapped between worlds or something darker, what this camera picked up is one of the clearest pieces of paranormal evidence this person has ever seen. What do you think? Real ghost or just a trick of the mind? Let me know in the comments, if you're brave enough.